It's a large room, and the wall at the south end of the room has got a big crack in it. And from behind the crack, there's sort of this viscous, gooey substance. When you looked closer towards it, you could see images of things that it swallowed. You'd recognise the tower that you'd came down in. Paddy, you'd recognised his cave. In the bottom southeast corner, on a 15-metre tall pillar, is a giant guardian head, who's apparently called the Architect, who is directing the blockheads and shouting to repair the wall. Down the right-hand side, the wall is of 3 levels, a 5-metre level, a 10-metre level, and then the 15-metre column at the end. Right, so there's the 3D representation of the room. The torch represents you lot in the top corner. And obviously there is the battle map view from above.
Considering you've named it a battle map, it does make us feel like we're forced into battle and we can't talk our way through this scenario.
There's no.
I'm just fucking with you. I'd want to kill them anyway. It's fine.
Do you want us to call it a virtual tabletop role playing above map?
Yeah, maybe just map instead of battle map. Just map.
Just map, right?
Just map.
The Architect in the bottom corner shouts commands to the creatures in Earth speech. Paddy, you can understand Earth speech. Now, there's different dialects. And Nalden Earth speech is sort of the harvest of the land, of growth, of renewal. And Mostali Earth speech is basically mathematics, as the Mostali view the world as one entire machine. And though you can understand the Architect, he is sounding as if he's just shouting mathematical formulas to the different blockheads. The ones that's closest to you is actually heading out of the room, and it's walking towards the room. The one in the middle of the room is carrying an armful of building materials, which is heading to the south, to the ones which are stacking the materials, and some of them are attempting to plug the fissure at the bottom. You're standing at the edge of the room. What would you like to do now, then?
Well, I think the plan is that we just kill blockheads to stop them fixing the wall. The trouble is the blockheads are going to keep coming in this door. So what we're going to have to do is smash the blockheads in the room up and then run up and hold the door. But we also have a giant head of doom there. So do we kill the blockheads and then kill the giant head of doom?
That sounds the wrong way.
Well, the giant head of doom is 15 meters up. And according to that picture, takes up. You can't get up there to fight it without being like on top of it, right?
Yes, you would have to make a climbing roll
or shoot it to death
to get up there.
Yeah, but I mean, it's made of stone, right? So
it is in a similar fashion that Steve and the Architect were made of stone. They're not so much that they basically use the stone to form a body out of their particular level. You found out when you were talking to Steve, so it's not as if that's his actual body, but he just takes whatever he needs and forms a body out of it, which is why the Mad Butcher was jumping about between the statues.
I think negotiating with the big guy is probably a good idea. Go and talk to him, Earl. If that doesn't irritate him, nothing will.
That is a good point. Here's the plan then. I'm going to go and talk to the big guy and try and distract him a bit, right? And while I'm distracting him, you lot get ready to kill all the blockheads and then do bad things to that wall. Like a lot of damage to that.
So you plan on doing all 3 plans? This is the first?
That is the best plan.
The best plan is do all of the plans at once.
Let's see which one sticks.
Yeah. We're just going to throw shit at the wall and scream.
Literally.
Yeah.
Alternatively, are there enough of us that whenever the blockheads put a piece in to try and repair the wall, we can remove it faster than they can put it in?
I see what you mean, and we get a giant cart and we steal all the materials they're going to use and we sell it.
Well, or we just make the wound bigger.
Just walking down the room, with my bow out.
Quick question. How long have we been in this room? or like entering this room and all that stuff. Like,
Right, we finished the session just as you come to this room, and you were sort of like Scooby doing it round, peeking in round the corner. So far, the architect has taken no notice of you, and he's just been shouting
So you-
orders.
say
in
probably
Earthspeak.
like 10 minutes maximum or something. Like messing around.
Yeah,
up
absolutely,
until this
10
room.
minutes tops.
So have we seen any blockheads leave this as we were coming into this room?
Yes. Yeah. There's one coming in and one going out. The one that coming in carries building materials and stones and girders and things like that, and the ones going out are obviously going to collect more. And there's a
Right,
steady
okay.
stream.
Clincher.
I don't believe.
I've got one hand in my pocket and I'm walking down the room towards him, whistling nonchalantly.
Right, so Earl, you get level with this blockhead, and then the Great Stone Head, the architect, booms out in Earth speech, which you don't understand, but he booms so loudly that the floor and the ceilings vibrate. Paddy, you do understand him. He says, "Stop right there."
He says stop.
Oh, you can translate. That's brilliant. Translate this. All right there, mate. How you doing?
He says, Paddy, he starts to say something again, and then he goes, "Oh, you speak low speech. You,
All right. How are
little
you?
man, wipe your bloody feet before you come into my room."
I'll wipe my feet. Sorry about that. It's a mess. It's a root mess out there.
Telling us to wipe our feet.
Talking.
He's speaking in trade tongue now.
No,
after
but
he
I want
realised-
Paddy to still. No, Paddy still has to translate him
Paddy
speaking
still
what I
has
can
to
understand.
translate. Excellent.
How you doing, big lad?
He says, "I'm an extremely busy man. What about the rest of you? Are you just consigning yourself to death at Rodden's hand here?"
I just want to stay with this blockhead that's moving up. I just basically want to stay in range of like a blockhead to, if shit goes bad, that
Just in
can
case
move
you need to
over
give a
and kill
cuddle.
it.
As he disappears out through the door, a second later, another one comes in and starts heading south.
Oh, perfect. Well, I'll just stay down here then. So I should be able to.
Okay. Shashalian, you've moved into the centre of the room. McLovin, what are you doing? Just
I'm
standing?
just going to hang near the entrance to keep an eye out
You're
to
just
see if there's.
splitting up into easy digestible chunks.
That's right. That's what we're going for.
One does not eat an entire can of meatballs in one bite. One eats them one at a time. So you're standing near the door, that's no problem. And Wilbon, are you just standing at the far side, split up?
That's seems to be what I'm doing.
Can I get Baldwin to heal me for 4 points?
Absolutely.
Whilst he's doing his thing.
He's down to how many magic points is the Bob down now?
He's currently on 7, so I'll put him down to 3.
So, what's going on here, like?
He says, "Excuse me, do I know you? You have not first filled out any of the requisite forms. You storm in here. I'm doing a repair work."
Didn't I talk to you the other day? Or was it your sister? The one with the mouth?
He says, "Yes, Sabine, I assure you."
Do you want to see me dag?
That
Do you
we
like
have
dags? Dag.
your dag.
My dag, yeah. Do you want to see him? I'll get my dag out
Does
and
he
go,
have the requisite paperwork? You're interrupting the most important repairs.
okay, wait a minute. I know we've got paperwork. Wait, just wait. Right, I'll wave Bracy over and go, pass the book.
Okay.
And I'll go up to
Okay,
him.
McLovin moves down and stands next to Earl.
I'll get the book off McLovin and I'll walk down to show him the paperwork.
Okay.
There. I'll hand him the book. Has he got a hand?
He does not. He's a head on a block,
I'll
15
go,
meters in
there
the
you
air.
go, and point and lift, like, sort of wave the book closed towards his head. Is that it, like?
His head inclines towards you, and he appears to read it. And he says,
Oh, no, I'll keep the book
"Was
closed.
this written by a small child? There's absolutely nothing of any value in this work,
is
and it's
because
my job
if you write-
around here to keep records of such things.
You could help us with this. Basically, what it is, right? If we have an expense, we write it down in this book here under the heading "us money," and then the man we give it to gives us money back. So
Accountancy.
that's the thing.
Albeit
So it is.
on an incredibly primitive level.
Well, I don't know how clever the other guy is, so we've got to keep it down to their level.
Have I succeeded in getting up to the wall there?
Yeah, there's nothing stopping you. As you grow close to the wall, the head suddenly swivels and fixes you with a glare, and he says, "Don't touch that. We are repairing that.
What broke it then?
You do not have the requisite paperwork to be asking such questions.
Oh, where
And
do
he
I get
says,
that then?
If you do not step back, I will have to move you.
Let's step back. This guy's.
You are posing a danger to the master, and I will move you." Right, Paddy, the 4 blockheads
Well, that's
stop
picking up on my
unloading.
dagger in it.
The
Let's
4
take the spear
blockheads
and-
stop unloading, and their heads swivel. The bodies stay facing the wall, holding the things, but they've completely stopped moving, and the heads just all swivel. You think, because the block turns, there's no sensory organs, and the face here. So what are you doing?
I'll turn
I'm
around.
sticking up one hand and spear in the wall.
All right, okay. Well, I guess that's the talking phase over with then.
That was awfully quick. And I would just want to say, for the record, wasn't me who hit something first. Okay? I was willing to talk this out. Wasn't me.
You've kicked for 11 damage if you want to just kick them, I suppose.
I'll just stick to kick then. Why
Yeah.
not?
Will Bond just lets loose. He takes his foot back, lets out a mighty kick right between the legs, and the closest blockhead.
He actually going to damage something made of stone with a kick to the.
Right, Paddy, these are not made of stone.
They're not.
They're squishy and a slightly rubbery texture as your foot connects with where would be the genitals of a normal creature, and it doesn't make any sign of pain or discomfort. However, both of its legs stop working and it collapses on the floor.
That'll do.
Is there any chance that you could give us the requisite forms then?
Right, at this point, the alarm sounds from the head. Alarm! Can we roll some turn orders, please?
I'm going to keep talking to him during this.
Oh, look at these rolls, man. How am I supposed to ever get anything done? Really? The blockhead that was coming in the door, its head swivels round to look at Wilbond, as does the one that's walking towards the south wall. Well, the block rotates and points at it, but it just like rotates on its axis, and it's got no visible sensory organ, so the effect is kind of disturbing. Right, first up, you see Kane. Earl, you continue to talk at the moment. The architect is actually doing the Red Dwarf style alarm, and actually saying alarm as the blockheads are springing into action with their action rank of 9. Kane, you're up first. What would you like to do?
The blockhead above me is the one that's came in, right?
He's just walked in. He's got an armful of stuff.
Right. I guess I'll move towards him then. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter to move towards him. I'll move. I'll cast Blade Shot, actually.
You cast Blade Shot. Go ahead. Make your roll.
I failed. I want to move 1 square up, and then that is my turn.
Okay. That is Kane. Croden, you're next.
What's up, Blake?
Get in the knackers!
Right, so you continue to talk, Earl, but it is no longer responsive to you. It is shouting and screaming, and
if you let us out, we'll stop breaking stuff.
It starts repeating. In the modern setting, it would be almost robot-like. It's like, danger to the master, not the Doctor Who one, the other one. Activate defense systems, that kind of thing. So are you going to wait and see what happens, or are you going to act?
Right, I'm going to move to here, get round the corner, and get my...
Right, that's inside the goop. Are you throwing yourself into the goop?
Trying to get round
That's not a corner. That's the hole
cool.
in the wall where all the goop is behind. Are you going to dive? I mean, you can dive in, I guess.
not going to dive into the goop, but I'll stand next to the goop and with my spear, I'll give the goop a poke.
Right, roll down 100. You only miss on a 96 to 0-0.
96.
You missed. You missed.
All right, you fail to hit the totally inanimate object. And I just going to continue standing next to the wall. Yes.
Well, I'm keeping it on the head.
Okay.
Can you let us out of here, Lee?
Okay, Blondel.
I'll move down. I'll fire an arrow into the goop.
Okay. Go on, roll a bow attack. You only miss on 96 to 0-0 though.
Yeah, everyone just keep missing this fucking giant wall. Let's do it.
Yeah, it's only like 15 meters wide by 3 meters high. Right, you succeed. You do 5 damage. And a little ripple as it goes into the goo. And then there's a bigger ripple, almost like a shudder. The architect shouts, "Desist! Cease!"
It's fine. Just we need to get Quack Tavish to sever spirit the goo.
Right, Wilbon, it's your turn.
Step out of its reach and get the other one to the other side. That's what
Right,
I'm doing.
well, move yourself where you would like to move. That's no bother. Andy, are you casting Fireblade or are you doing anything else? Because it's all kicked off.
Right, I'm trying to climb up that 5 meter bit of rock.
Right, okay, no bother. Right, Wilbon stabs it in the head. It sinks in. The flesh is kind of rubbery and sort of a thin brown clear liquid leaks out where you've stabbed it in the head, Mr. Bond. It doesn't seem to have felt pain or have slowed it down, though.
The name's Bond. Will Bond.
Right, McLovin.
I am going to move 4 squares and attack that blockhead directly in front of us.
Right, that one has its back to you, so you can add a modifier of 40 because it's focused on Wilbon and it looks like it's going to run over and twat him first.
Whew. By 1%.
Yeah, you succeed. Roll your damage. So you run up behind it and slash it in the arm. Its arm hangs down, but the rest of it seems unimpaired. The Bob.
Can I cast Speed Dart and still fire in the same round? I can't do that, right? I have to Speed Dart the next round. Oh, I
you can Speed Dart and fire.
Okay, he's gonna try and throw. He's gonna try and Speed Dart and throw it at the the architect.
Right, that's absolutely fine.
He's gonna hate him. Of course he'd fail. He's not gonna fire them.
Yeah, you're gonna
scurry a little bit
until you get it on first.
Yes.
No problem. I'll give you as a bonus of 20% to hit it because it's a giant stone block and it appears to be immobile.
That's fantastic. All good things.
And that is the Bob, right? The architect. The architect opens its mouth and it issues a high-pitched Canaan wail. And the walls bend in places like plasticine. And from the living stone appear small, horrific winged creatures. And he calls these forth. And then Paddy has a special kind of hell for you. From his mouth, he vomits a stream of stones, which he aims at Wilbond. He hits in the left leg for 11 damage as these stones slam into you.
Shit.
So can I parry it with my shield?
You can.
And it's not too bad, I think.
I hope you do, parry, because that's quite a lot of damage.
Is it? Come on, don't be useless. There we are.
Right, you fail.
Yeah, lovely. Right, so is this an opportunity to use Look Around for the first time?
You can use your Look Around anytime you like, Pad.
And what does it do?
It buys you a reroll. Just roll it again.
Yeah, it said...
success. So instead of 11 damage to the leg, crushing your leg, your shield absorbs 12, I believe. Right, so at the last second, you realise that the architect has stopped making the wailing noise and spat forth a stream of stones which ricochet off your shield. The force of the blow drives you backwards. You realise that it would have hit very, very hard. And that is the architect's turn. Now it's the blockheads. This one takes a swing at you with a fist. missing you.
Well, that'll do.
This one swings at you, hitting for 4 damage on the left arm, but that bounces off your shield. But you see them surrounding your pad. 1,
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, as another one comes in. And
Oh, another one.
is at you with a fist, missing. This one turns to face McLovin and swings at you with a fist, hitting for 4 damage.
I don't think that even gets to the armor. I'll try dodging anyway.
3, 4. Excellent. Well, go ahead. Right, you easily step out the way of this slow creature. I do love it when people roll the dodge and misses because then they can always fumble. Yeah. So this one heads down towards the melee at the bottom. However, the walls deform and the stone imps, they come out of the walls. They aren't carrying weapons, but they've got razor sharp little teeth and razor sharp claws, stone horns upon them. End of round. Round 1. We're back to Kane.
That stone imp that's near Bourbon's, it looked like it's going towards Bourbon.
Oh yes, these are not like the blockheads where they're slow and methodical and don't seem to be deliberately attacking, like made to attack. The stone imps look to be made to kill people, so they just come.
Is it close to him? Would I be able to attack it?
Yeah.
I didn't know if it was, because it flies, I didn't know if it was vertically higher. That's all.
Oh, they're not flying, they're actually like crawling.
Ah, lovely, great. Well, I'll swing at this gargoyle.
Nice. Right, it attempts to dodge. It succeeds! You swing
That's
and
so
it dodges out of the way. Right, so that's your turn. Prodan.
He doesn't seem to be paying any attention to me.
No, he seems to have been shocked into some kind of defense mode by the look of it. What would you like to do?
I am going to cast Fire Arrow. I've cast it.
Right, you cast Fire Arrow. An arrow bursts into flame in the bow.
Next round, though, so you know. How big's his eye?
Pretty big. You could do a cold shot at 50%.
Ooh, tempting.
Blondel. Shit's kicking off.
Yeah, I shall move down 2 or 3, I think. Arrow into the goop.
Right, you fire into the goop again. Go on, make your roll.
Yeah.
You succeed. You need to roll your damage. Right, so you do a further 9 damage. Right, this time there's quite a shudder from the goop, and it ripples like as if a jelly struck by a spoon. The architect screams out, "Stop that!"
I shout, well, let us go, and we will.
Rualin, right, you're faced by this small stone creature
Right.
that is formed out of the wall itself next to you.
Well, I had better fire up the fire blade then, I think.
As usual,
Now, I'd better have a bash.
yeah, you have to use your personal magic points because your crystal is only down to 2. That's your action for this turn. You call upon the spirits. The spirits burst into fire. Excellent. Wilbont, you are surrounded by these creatures who are clubbing you with their fists.
I'm going to stab the wall.
All right, you stab the wall.
Oh, I was meant to do. Oh, I just did an ordinary roll
It's
there.
only a little wound. It stinks damage, though.
Okie doke.
Ripples run through the wall. Right, McLovin.
I take another swing at the blockhead. Dope.
You miss, unfortunately. You're not that good. And then Bourbon.
He is going to attempt to do the same thing he did last round. Oh, actually, there's a imp on him, isn't there? Ugh.
There is.
He will attempt to disrupt the imp, I guess.
Disrupt the imp. Interesting. Go ahead.
It could go bad.
It
But,
could
you
go
know.
bad. It could go very good. I'm just going to pull the character sheet up here. Let's have a look. For its power. Right, you roll a D100 to try and overcome its power. What's Bob's power?
14.
Right, you fail to overcome the power of the creature by rolling 100.
That's... Bobbin! What are you doing? He's just flapping around there.
Right, finally, my imps have a turn. Okay, they are going to attack. One's going to attack Quacktavish. It rakes at you with its tiny little needle claws. Missing. And one is going to attack Bobbin.
Oh, thank
Also
God.
missing.
Bobbin does not fare well by being hit.
And the other one is going to move. Right. The Architect opens its mouth again, and another stream of stones flies out. This time aimed at Croden, who is... Oh, no, sorry. Blondel did most damage to it so far. So it fires a whole load of stones at you, Blondel. Doing 7 damage. Unless you dodge, you can't parry because you are wielding a bow.
It's an attempt to dodge.
Oh, so close, Dave. So close. You almost get out of the way, but then the stones strike you in the left arm for 7 damage.
I've got armor there.
How much?
5, I think.
Well, in that case, you take 2 more points, 2 damage to the arm. Right, so the Architect has done that this round. Blockheads. Right. Paddy, they all attempt to grapple you. Well, not all of them. 3 of them attempt to grapple you and pull you to the floor, while the 4th beats upon you with its fist. Right. One of them succeeds unless you dodge, or you can parry, but if you parry a grapple, it grabs hold of your shield.
Right. Okay, I suppose I should be dodging then. Even my first successful dodge, that would be nice.
Right. No, sadly, you attempt to move, but it grabs a hold of you. And the one on the floor beats you on the legs, Pad.
Right, okay.
Missing.
That's cheering.
Luckily, they seem to be quite rubbish. Right. Blockhead that is fighting McLovin. It pounds at you with its fists. Missing. I've got the best mobs. That one's heading for you, Dave, as is the Stone Imp. And that is end of round. Round 2, there's a lot of clanging thing. Kane, can you please make me a listen roll? You were near the back. No, you can't. Excellent. Right.
Perfect.
There's a
Kane.
1,000 blockheads coming.
Kane, you're oblivious to any reinforcements that may be on the way. It's your turn.
Can Bobbin use a spot roll?
These Schrodinger's reinforcements, which may or may not exist until they appear on the map.
But Bobbin can see behind us, so is there any way he could
You can make a
see them?
scan roll.
Ah, sweet.
There's a 50% chance they'll be dead when they arrive, though, isn't there?
Game.
Yeah,
No.
they just appear on the map and then fall over. Right, his eyes go wide and he starts gesturing.
Like, he's jittering and pointing, like, from Scooby-Doo. Behind you.
Oh no, it's behind you because it is round 2, I believe.
Right, I want to swing at the imp. Oh god, he's gonna fail to dodge this one, and it was only 6 damage. Bullshit. Oh god.
He hits, but he's seen this and he gibbers and jabbers. Right, this thing is going to attempt to dodge, isn't it? It fails. Takes 6 damage.
To the leg. Maybe.
I don't think it even. No, it takes it. It doesn't appear to have hurt it in any way.
Oh my god.
Right, looking confused, you see Bobbin sees and starts gesticulating wildly. In rides a full-on Tusk Rider with a Tusker. Where the hell that's come from, you don't know. Okay.
Up there.
Up there, yes, indeed.
Can I quickly glance over my shoulder so that I'm aware of it after I've done
Yes,
a swing at this thing?
this room is well lit because the gooey white toffee stuff is given off.
Nice.
Right, okay, gentlemen. New round. As you can probably tell, these small creatures are not immensely powerful. They're just annoying and seem quite difficult to damage because even the ones you have hurt are still coming.
Mm.
But there's an actual goddamn Tusker and Tusk Rider has just came in through the door. Presumably, this is from the Troll Enclave that you didn't explore earlier on. Or it was a patrol or something. But the architect was shouting blue murder, so...
Didn't I do my turn? Or did you say okay?
No, I
Oh,
think so.
sorry, that was your... I thought you were rolling for Bob, and it was my fault. Right, so your stone sinks in. Didn't you cast Blade Sharp?
No, I didn't succeed in casting Blade Sharp. And when I saw Imp approaching Bobbin, I decided I'm not going to try and
You
cast
just
it another
go for it.
round, that I'm going to help him, because I don't want him to just fucking die.
Okay. I both respect and appreciate your input, and will not hold it against you when you're having to bury the poor thing. Right, Croydon.
Shoot the goop, Gordon. Shoot the goop.
Right, his last chance. Let her go, or someone's getting hurt.
Sadly, there's no response from the...
I'll shoot it in the face.
You shoot what in the face? You shoot the architect, or you shoot
I'm gonna
the...
shoot the architect, and then I'm going to get ready to dodge off for the rest of the round. I'm just going to shoot it. I'm not shooting it directly in the face. It's all face.
Right, 15 damage. That sinks deeply into the creature. For the first time, this thing has felt pain in a long time. It takes some damage.
Okay, that's encouraging.
And for the first time in so many hundreds or thousands of years, it feels pain. The architect screams.
Just let us
Blondel.
out. We just want to go.
Oh,
Well missed there, Blondel. You literally can't even hit a barn door. This is going so well. Right, Andy, you've got your fire blade up. You've got 140%. Show us how it's done.
Right, and when I've attacked, can I move?
Yeah, 4 meters.
And each of those squares is a meter.
It is.
Right, champion.
Andy just stabs it in the head, and the thing falls over dead.
Right,
For a thing.
I'm
We're
off.
progressing.
Just
Go team.
wham, dead. He chops its head off. The body twitches, falls to the floor, then sort of dissolves and soaks back into the floor.
Oh, God.
How do I brave grapple? Is that with grapple?
That is with grapple, or you can just, I would allow you to just use raw strength and try and pull yourself free.
So that's strength times 5, is it?
Yeah. Right. Raw strength, free strength. Let me roll. It gets a special. Pull your wrist free with one hand, but it grabs your wrist with the other hand.
Right.
You can still attack, but you currently grapple. So you can attack the ones that you're fighting, or you can attack the wall.
Attack the wall.
You stab the wall. You do 3 damage. Well,
That's great. Couldn't have done less.
excellent. Well done. McLovin.
I continue attacking the one in front of us. Fuck my life.
That's a fumble. That's me just hit my little fumble table. Armor strap breaks and come loose. Roll hit location to determine which is lost. Excellent. Your left arm now has no armor on it.
Sweet.
This is going great, lads. I am
We are beating ourselves up at this point.
massively right. Okay, unfortunately, Ryan, the Tusker and Ryder.
Shit, I forgot about that.
He moves 4 squares and doesn't move any further because he respects me as a individual.
It lows its lance and charges.
Ugh.
It's
Oh,
good.
fuck no. I remember lance rolls.
Yeah, they're horrendous. It's got a move of 10, so yes, it can easily reach you. It's not terribly skilled. That's the best we can hope for, Ryan, is the fact that it's not great.
Might miss.
Lance. So he's 60%.
I mean, to be fair, this is just Meals on Wheels, right? He's going to come over here, he's going to fail, and then next turn, I'm going to lob his head off, and his ball's going to run
2,
away.
3, 4, 5, 6. Right, it charges you. I'm going to roll now.
Please don't kill me. Please miss. Please hit the wall. Break your lance. Do it. God damn it.
It hits 15 on the abdomen.
I'll
So
just
the
take it with my shield.
You block it with your shield, and it takes a huge chunk out of the side of the shield.
Yeah. I've got a scroll that increases lance skill if he wants it. I'll negotiate with him afterwards. It's cool. Are they
Size
really that
26
big?
is the Tusker, right? It's
Oh shit!
going to make a gore attack, but it'd be fine, Ryan.
I mean, sure. Yes, thank God.
It swings and it attempts to gore you with its tusks, but misses.
Oh,
That is the Tusk Rider's turn.
oh great.
Bobbin.
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 Trying to think of his options here.
Play dead.
Oh, that's. I'm gonna use his. He's gonna pull out his short sword and attempt to hit the imp. My poor
Excellent. Go for
boy.
it.
Holy, do it, dude! You're doing
Right.
it.
He stabs it in the leg. It really hurts.
I think that's the first time he's used his short
It's
sword
an
as well.
impale.
Fabulous.
It does get through. It doesn't do a lot of damage, but it is stuck in the wound.
I know, that isn't great.
It's in the right leg, however, which means it's disabled its leg. And if it moves, it'll take more damage unless it pulls it out. If he leaves go. If he tries to pull it out, obviously, that will help the
I'm
creature.
gonna let go and then move back 4 squares. Is that cool?
No, it's absolutely fine with me.
Move
Go
him.
bobbing. Right, Stone Imp, it does try to move, as if it's got no self-will. It gets 1 squared. You want to roll your short sword damage, d6 plus 1. 4 damage. Right, that's enough for the leg grinds and then pops off completely. The short sword falls to the floor. The leg falls off, and as it's crawling along the floor, it suddenly just sort of turns liquidation, goes sploosh, and then like dissolves back into the floor again.
Huh, nice.
As it's lost its combat effectiveness.
Bobbin's done more than me this fight. Great.
He has. Right, Stone Imp comes flying in to attack McLovin. Right, it slashes at you with its claws, McLovin. Right, the Architect. Who's done the most damage to the wall this turn? That would be Dave again. Hello, Dave. Guess what
There's
happens
some
to you?
advantages to rolling the lowest you possibly can in damage.
Right, Dave, it misses with the stream of stone shards that spring from its mouth. Damn it. And the blockheads now. One tries to grapple you successfully, Pad. Do you want to try and dodge that?
I suppose so. This is not going to be especially easy, is it?
No. You success! You managed to get out of the way of one, yes. While the other 2 now holding you beat you. 1 punches in the chest for 5 damage. You can dodge, but
Right.
you're at minus 20, so you've only got 9%. You can parry with your spear or your shield.
A parry seems a good plan, doesn't it? Shield then.
You succeed, yeah. So the fist clatters harmlessly off your shield.
Good.
And the one on the floor attempts to hit you, but he's at minus 20 because he's on the floor. He misses madly. Tries to punch in the leg. That is the end of round.
Did I
Round
take damage from the grapple?
round 3. Yes, I believe it's a d6 damage.
And does armor count against the grapple?
No. Right, so I'll roll, and he has to succeed at his grapple roll for you to take the damage. Critical! Wow! Sheesh! Right, you take 13 damage.
Oh, you fucker.
Right leg.
I should get not reminding you next time.
Yeah, so thanks for reminding us there. Right. So he grabs he's trying to grab your arm, you pulled it free, you grab your other arm, you pulled it free, he grabs your leg, and then he sort of twists and your knee pops out, and Wilbert lets out a short scream, a short accented scream, and as his kneecap pops out a joint.
Which one is this?
This is your right leg.
She's already wounded.
So you're only taking a maximum of double the hit points in your leg. Yeah, that puts you to minus 7. Can you please make a Dex times 5 roll to remain standing?
I shall give it a go.
Now's the time to get those elementals out, lads. Pop your shield spells and all that crap. Right, you successfully remain standing on one leg. Right, Kian.
Well, time to end this rider's life. He's rode for long enough. I'm gonna hit him with my broadsword if that wasn't.
Oh, nice. You do a slash in the abdomen. He will attempt to parry with his shield. Up comes the medium shield. Successfully parrying, driving your blow aside. Excellent. Is that all you're doing?
Can I sidestep around him? Like there?
Yes.
Yeah.
You can.
I'll do that.
Okay. Next up, Crowdan.
We'll shoot. Do I want to risk shooting the one in combat with Kane?
I mean, risk.
Well, I'll hit you.
Maybe aim at the rider, you're probably fine.
I'll shoot the rider.
Right, yeah, I've got faith.
I'll shoot the block.
Shoot the block. Right.
No, I'm
Loose.
Are you in trouble with this guy, or you've got him?
Oh, no, but me and him are just having a really long conversation, okay? It's dragging out. I'll be fine.
It's just normal composite bow. I'll put 16 in me mods because I'm a good boy and I listen.
Clever.
Nice. 2 damage to the head.
2.
It
You rolled minimum.
it bounces off, not even releasing a stone chip from the mighty head.
Bracy, I'm going to go AFK. I have a job for you.
Right. Okay. This round, in runs a small stone cherub. You know the ones, the white. They've got little wings, little dangly bits hanging out, and he shouts out in a voice that you recognise of Steve. I've done it now. The beast's after us. I can get you out if you can cause him to expel you. I can get you out safely, but the only way to do it is I can't be in contact with the rock of the cavern because while I'm touching it, he can just snuff my soul out as he runs into the room towards you.
Right, Steve, get on Kane's shoulders.
Is that what you're suggesting? So yeah, he's about size 3, but he is made of stone. And while he is touching the floor, or if he touches the floor, the beast can see him and find him and snuff his soul out.
Well, we'll have a ball for you soon, so if you just hang around, I'll get this ball for you and you ride that around.
So are you shouting jump on Kane's shoulders?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Kane, he attempts to jump and run and jump on your back. If that's okay.
Great. Yeah, sure. Go out for the ride.
Right, I'll give him a Dex times 5 roll.
Special.
A special, right. Steve the door runs and he goes, I don't know what's going to happen. I haven't been not in touch with the master for so many centuries, and leaps. And as he leaps from the floor, you can see he must be made up of the same stuff as the floor, as there's like long tendrils of toffee come away from his feet where the floor is, and he starts slowing down and they stretch out and out and out, and then with a loud pop, the tendrils snap and he catapults forward and lands on Kane's back. He screams in pain, and the architect shouts, "What are you doing, brother?" Just so you know, if he touches the floor, then he'll be snuffed out of existence.
Lava.
The floor is lava for Stevedore. How do I come up with these mechanics for fights?
Oh,
Right.
I know what we'll do. I've got a perfect
Blondel.
idea.
To move forward one and shoot another arrow into the goop. It takes 10 damage.
Right, okay. Oh, all right. I'm keeping a running track here. Right, there's a shudder comes out, and this time the rock around the wall seems to shudder in pain, and the architect starts screaming, "Stop it! Stop it!" Rue Arlen,
Right, is there any way I can reach the wall this turn?
you only move at 5, so you can run, but you wouldn't be able to take any actions because you're basically just putting your head down and running. If only somebody had mobility up.
Right. That looks like my turn then.
Will Bond.
Stab the
Standing
wall.
on one leg.
Standing on one leg, stab the wall.
Go on, roll your spear skill, Mr. Bond. Excellent. 8 points of damage. You seem to be racking the damage up quite bad. The ripples are becoming more and more frequent as you stab and slash into the wall. MC Lovin. You now have 2 creatures on you.
I'm going to start moving down to my left, so I'm not going to get flanked. But I will still engage the blockhead that has been trying to fight me.
Okay. Well, the imp is going to follow, and he'll get a bonus to attack you this round because you're moving away from him.
Yeah, whatever.
Right, go on then. Right, with a chop, you sever the leg of the blockhead, and it falls to the ground. Its weird white rubbery body slowly sort of dissolves like a puddle, and unlike the stone creatures which soak into the ground, this sort of turns into a puddle on the floor, just leaving the block that was the head lying on the top in the center of this
Yeah.
puddle.
Okay, cool.
Tusker and Ryder. The Tusker is dropping his lance and pulling his sword out, as you can't charge now, but the Tusker can have a gore attack against you, Kane. And indeed will.
Fun.
Don't fall over, because then it gets trampled,
Yeah.
remember.
Yeah.
So many.
So I've got the power of Steve now, so...
Right, again, it swings, its mighty head swings around, but you easily sidestep it. God damn it. The boar and the bond.
He is going to move 1 square over. Oh, fuck. But Wilbon's getting like...
Well, Bont is getting
I'll give
fucking
him a hand.
mullered.
Chinese burns and all sorts.
Yeah, Will Bont is getting
See,
absolutely
You
twatted
can't
here.
touch it. Is it skin cheese?
I'm just going to put Steve on top of you there, Ken.
I want to move Bobbin up 1 square diagonally and then try and sling the rider.
Okay. Bobbin looks apologetic as all as he's managed to do this entire dungeon run is miss. But no, he hits. Oh, nice.
Oh,
I mean-
twice in a row.
He just killed an imp, I'd like to point out. He did great. Now he's doing more than me, so it just, like, I should just replace my main character with Bob.
The right leg. So it's got some leather armor on, but it does get through and it hurts the little bloke. Right, the stone imp, the only one that's left, is the one that is facing against. Right, and he misses by 1%. God damn it, these are rubbish. Right, the architect, Blondel, you've done the most damage this turn. It screams and spits its deadly stream of stones out upon you. 12 in the left leg, Blondel.
I shall attempt to dodge.
Ooh, close. Right, you just move out the way and the stones crack into the ground. Pummel.
Oh, lovely. My favourite plot around.
The blockheads pummel upon poor Wilbont.
I love how he's just got 4 guys down there and no one gives a shit. What?
This blockhead moves down and pummels upon you, Brucey. Failing dismally. Right, Wilbont, they've got a hold of you. They start lashing upon you and beating upon you and all kind of badness. Another special to the abdomen.
We don't get any opportunity to
You
ungrab.
do. You can counter grapple. You can dodge. You can whatever you think. You can try
I'll
and
do the
block,
grapple first.
or you can't block with a shield when you're being grappled. 2 grapple specials, but now
I
it
call
twists
upon
your
the
knee out
honor
of
of
thingy.
the Black Fox clan for a bonus.
You can,
round.
yes. You don't want to die by being grabbed by the grollies and twisted.
Yeah, I'll use that passion. Yeah.
Right. Sadly, you fail, so that reduces your chance by 10%.
Fabulous. Right, there we go.
Oh no.
Right. Well,
So you can grapple, you can dodge. You succeed. Right. So you basically, he goes to grab you by the groin, and you manage to twist your leg in the way. Not your leg, sorry, because you've only got one leg. But you manage to hop to one side, and the hand closes and just misses where your bollocks would be.
fabulous.
Wilbon's face bleaches white, and sweat appears in beads on his forehead as he realizes how close he was almost came to being grappled to death by the bollocks.
Sucking them danglies.
What? What a way to go, Wilbond. What a way to go. Right, that is end of round. Kane, we're back to you.
Well, I'm gonna attempt to kill him again, and probably fail. But yeah, you know how it is.
Succeeds. Nice. He tries to parry with his shield.
God damn
He
it.
gets a special.
Another one.
He knocks your broadsword to the side.
This guy's unbelievable. Absolutely, he's your best NPC you've ever had.
Ever, yeah. Croydon. You're shooting a blockhead.
The wound, and then I'm going to, if it dies, the other arrow's going into the next one. But I'm just going to
Okay,
take
that's fair
all
enough.
of my thing.
Go for it.
Roll up.
Yeah,
I've hit him in the bum.
doesn't have a crack, but it does seem to be relatively effective.
He has one now,
He has one now.
or a tail
And,
at least.
Both of its legs have stopped working now, so it can only use its arms to drag itself around. It looks extremely badly hurt. You can fire the second shot at the end of the round, yeah?
I'll shout to Wilbon, back up, lad, back up.
Okay, Blondel.
Right, then I'll take my first shot now then at the goop. Fuck me.
Right, Dave, I'm about to roll your fumble. Are you ready? Right.
Oh no.
Weapon knocked away your ball. Rule 1d6, please.
Roll the
You know what?
the
I'll do it.
compass direction.
Let me quicker if I do it. Right.
Holding the arrow and the bow's gone.
It goes 6 meters away, of course it does.
Please don't go south. Please don't roll a 5 on this next one. Oh god.
East. It goes 6 meters east. I need it.
I'll be at the wall.
Do you know what it is? You couldn't make this shit up. You absolutely couldn't.
I mean, if it went south, it would have been worse, right? Because you just fucking lost it.
Right. It went 6 meters. So that's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, Dave, you flub it so badly, your bow flies away 6 meters and clatters off the wall, landing there. I think even in the midst of this desperate combat, everybody can take a moment to just turn and look at Dave.
Just go hand claps.
Right, Steven, though, I'm on a level with you, mate. Just run. We're just gonna weigh you down. Just get out here, man.
My soul will be utterly destroyed. It's better than the slow death that this combat's going to be. Okay. Well flubbed there, Dave. Well flubbed. This is Runequest Oliver. Okay, Rualan. Dave, you see Dave throw his bow here, which stands 6 meters away.
Right, I want to move around a couple of meters.
Yeah.
And then I'm going, out of one.
Yeah.
And I want to take a swing up the wall.
Just not to metagame or anything, but you can split your attack to 2 attacks because you've got over 100%, and you only miss on a 96 to 0-0. So you could say, I'm splitting my attack and then swing twice with your Fireblade.
Guess what? I'll do that.
You'll do that. It suddenly springs to your attention. You think, haha.
Well, it does, because I didn't realise that. I never even knew that. So, thanks for that. Right, so shall I roll the first one?
You shall. 36 damage. Jesus Christ. Right, the whole chamber rocks and roars with damage. That's a lot. The architect absolutely begins to scream in pain. And the second one?
Would you like me to put a modifier in, or shall I just go for it?
No, just go for it. You got over 100%. It's fine. It's close enough, because it'll automatically miss. And the next one, you do a slightly less impressive 3 points of damage.
Maximum and minimum. Perfect.
Yeah, so you do that. Right, well, guess who the architect's shooting at this turn?
Can it think? Can it be
Right,
me?
you all rock backwards and forwards. The convulsions are so great, Wilbond, that the one holding you leaves go and is knocked over. I'm going to give you that as a freebie. Right, Wilbond, it's your turn. You're not grappled this turn.
I'm just going to go for the wall. I can't see any point in trying to get away. They'll only follow me. And I can't outrun them.
Hop for it. Hop for your life, Wilbond. Right, you're doing another 5 points of damage. McLovin.
Blimey.
Well, Andy, when you did that massive hit to the wall and the whole chamber shook, you notice all the standing blockheads, their blocks just swivel. So one of the faces faces you, all of them. It's an empty block face, but you do see all of the heads rotate and face you. McLovin.
I take a shot at the other block. 7.
You hit.
9 altogether.
Ooh, it's a big hit. You slash it in the right leg, severing the leg, and it falls over, but it's still going. Rider time. The rider has his broadsword out, Kane, and begins to hack at you, as does.
Great.
It's all right, lads. But the whole chamber now is going through shudders as we're going, whereas before it was a little bit. But now, since that strike that Andy's gouged a great hole in it, the whole chamber is now shuddering backwards and forwards. You've probably saved Paddy's life by being Mr. Most Wanted there, Andy.
My pleasure.
It just misses your head with a gore. Ooh, look at that.
I like it. I like it. Now, if only this rider will miss with his sword, then all's great.
Right, he swings with his broadsword. Succeeds. In the 11.
Which is the abdomen. Yeah, I'll just take it with my shield.
Yeah,
Sorry.
he hits you in the knackers with his sword for 10 damage. What's your shield down to now? The 12, 11, something like that?
It's down to 13.
Right, we're back to the Bob.
The bulb. He's gonna just sling again, I guess.
Okay, he slings. He does 3 damage to the left arm. He hits, but sadly, it's not enough. It bounces off his shield passively. Right, Stone Imps. We only have one currently. And it is fighting Bracy, that one. It claws at you. Failing dismally. Right, Architect's turn. He howls in pain again. He fires his stone barrage at Ruwalan, strangely enough. Poof! Special hit. 19 damage to the right arm.
Can I do anything about that?
You can dodge it or parry it.
Well, me parry's higher than me dodge, so I'll parry it.
Right, you do a normal success, so it does special damage. You have a small shield, which absorbs 8. So you take 11 to the right arm. You've got armor on. Right, the stones smash through your shield, impacting on your arms.
Right, I have
5 armor points, so you
5
take
armor
6.
points.
However, your arm hangs loosely, you drop your sword, and because you've let go of the sword, the fire blade goes out. And because it's the Architect's turn, you see in the doorway a second Tusk Rider. Right, blockheads. They come towards you. They can't run though. So luckily, Andy. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh no!
That one can only move
Sorry.
on. What?
I just noticed at the top of the screen. It's fine.
I even said.
Yeah, sorry, I was.
In the door. It's the Architect's turn.
I was looking over some of me encourage sheet. Sorry.
And we're still going to have Tusk Riders when we're finished with this lot, aren't we?
Right, I tell you.
Even if we do get rid of them by getting the brain.
End of round 5. We're back to Kane.
No, wait.
Oh, sorry, no. Earl has a second shot.
I'll shoot the blockhead nearest Wilbont that's not lying on the floor.
The ones where Ruwalan now, they've swiveled in their heads after he did that enormous hit with the fire blade.
I'm sure he would appreciate it.
I will shoot him in the shooter with the shot.
You shoot him in the shooter. Well, like I said, there are shivers running through the chamber. The whole thing, although it's solid rock, is also quivering like plaster scene. You shoot which one? The closest to Ruwalan?
The one with 12 hit points.
You do 5 damage. Right, the arrow sticks in. It lets out no perceivable cry of pain or anything like that. Okay. Rune spells go off basically on strike rank 1 if you declare them. So
right,
if anybody's casting a rune spell this turn, you just say now and it'll go off as Kane takes his turn. Earl, are you casting a rune spell?
No, because I'm down to 1 point.
Right, Bracy, are you casting a rune spell?
No.
Ryan?
Yeah, casting True Sun.
Nice. So roll your rune.
Really?
Wow, now might be the time for that reroll there, Ryan.
Is it though? Is it not better used against when I get charged by the other Tusk Rider? I mean,
You handily moved to the side, thus giving it a free shot at you, instead of being on the other side of the Tusk Rider where it couldn't charge you.
it's fine. It's fine. He goes later and move again.
Right.
But I'll
Are you
reroll
looking-
the yeah.
Right.
I mean, it's gonna yeah. I knew that would happen. Never mind. It's cool.
Wow. Okay. Now I feel bad.
Right.
Can you call upon the power of Humact? But unfortunately, all you get is a sign saying,
I'm
Tea
just gonna
break back
look
in
up
10
and
minutes.
sigh. I want to be like, bruh, like,
Tea break
you not
back in 10
see
minutes.
what's going on right now. Like, yeah, could really use the help. Yeah, it's fine though. I'm gonna sidestep round the Tusk Rider. Steve will move too, and then I'm gonna
'cause he's
swing at
swinging on your back.
the rider.
Can I summon an earth elemental?
You can summon an earth elemental, Paddy. Roll your rune, your earth rune.
Earth ring.
It would be for an earth elemental, one would say.
Also,
And then when Paddy's done his, I'll do mine.
Oh, it looks like Brain's just no. No,
What is happening, man?
this is
going well.
failing forward at its best, lads. Right, Andy, what are you cast? Paddy calls upon the Earth Goddess, and he gets gone on a tea break with Humact back in 10 minutes. All right, Andy, you cast a rune spell
Let's say if it's 3 for 3, I'd like to cast Sever Spirit on the wall.
on the what? Sorry, on the wall.
Yes.
That
Would be interesting.
will be interesting because you have to overcome the power of it, and it's technically a divine being, more or less. Just so you're aware.
Ah, what the hell? You
All
can
right,
only die
I'll let
once.
you have a roll. We're all going to die sometime, yeah?
I'm just gonna shout over and be like, by the way, Humac's on a tea break. Probably want to leave it for like another 10 minutes.
Right, he calls upon the power
Right,
of
that's
Humact.
bullshit. I'll have words with him when I next break.
Now you need to roll a D100, Andy.
Right.
If he rolls, he's going to roll 0-1 here, isn't he? He's going to fucking.
Unlikely.
Going to crimson bat it.
He's going to crimson bat it. 59. Sadly, that is not enough to overcome its power. So you call upon the power of Humact, and this thing is magically on orders of magnitude above you. It works, so you kind of get a little poof, and it's instead of like it being a giant sword of death, it's kind of a little dagger, and it sort of sticks in the wall, and then with a kind of sad poof doesn't work. Sorry about that.
It's quite all right. It was worth a try, because if I had rolled 0,
If you'd rolled a 0-1, I'd have been like, well, fuck it. Okay, the dungeon falls over dead. Unfortunately, you're all still in it, so that is bad. Kane, right, we'll resolve you strike out at the Tusk Rider, you hit it in the head, it tries to parry with its shield. It succeeds.
Over and over
Excellent.
again. It's unbelievable.
He's the hardest. He's like, look, just come and work with us, okay? Steve
Oh
says,
my
I
God.
really think about now you should start hitting it because, like, you know.
Right, Steve, I don't need you to tell me what's going on, okay?
I'm not trying to put any pressure, but the beast is close.
Right, Steve,
The alarm's been raised.
I'm about to throw you on the floor, Steve. Steve, I'm about to throw... Yep, we're good.
Opposed grappling tester Steve desperately tries to stay off the floor. Okay. Throws himself on the floor and starts rolling around on the floor. Okay, Croden.
Oh, God. Are we trying to damage the wall? Is that what we're doing?
Yep.
Fire arrow again.
Okay, make a magic roll and subtract that power.
Look, magic wall.
How come we failed to hit this wall like 5 times or something so far? It's impeccable.
Well, Earl uses the look rune.
I know what happened.
It goes for
Richie
a
swapped the
reroll.
dice. We're using his dice.
Right.
Wait a minute.
Okay, Earl, you've used your look rune.
Yeah.
Yeah, you hit the wall with the. Oh, sorry,
Cast
was that
fire.
that was you casting your fire? You cast the fire arrow. Your arrow bursts into flame, and I take it you take aim, and then obviously at the end of the round you fire your arrow. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, Blondel.
I'll draw my sword and shield.
Okay. So Blondel draws his sword to. Oh yeah, because you're both over there by the wall, isn't it? Excellent, love it. Right, Rualan.
Right.
Rualan with the disabled arm
I need to scoop my sword up, back off a little bit.
in the other arm.
Yeah. Relight the fireblade,
You do.
I think.
So that is a magic roll. Oh, the architect missed a trick there last round when he shot you. He should have just went, "Ha! I just winged him." Oh, and keeping with the theme of tonight's adventure, you grasp at the sword and desperately will it to burst into flame, and it just sort of goes like that and doesn't fire up.
Needs a new flint.
Right, Will Bond, you are left standing on very little hit points and one leg, but all of the blockheads have turned and are rushing towards Andy with a look of "I'm going to pound him into the ground" on their face.
Well, I'll take this opportunity to sigh and change to me last javelin,
Okay.
which I can use at the end of the round. Is that right?
Yes.
Me minus 20 back on.
McLovin.
I engage the imp.
You engage the imp.
Mm-hmm.
You slash out with your coppice. Nice.
Oh, well done, that man.
It attempts to dodge and fails. Right, you slash the imp. You take its leg off at the hip. It crashes to the ground and then turns into that weird plasticine like rock and is absorbed into the ground.
Good.
Excellent. Well done. Right, the Tusk Riders. One is fighting Kane. The other one, it can't charge Kane, so it's going to charge into the room. Right, Kane, you are in a deadly battle with the world's hardest Tusk Rider. He swings at you with a broadsword, missing. The Tusker then attempts to gore you, failing. Wow. I think everybody's just failing tonight. Okay, everybody, including the dungeon, just dies of exhaustion because nobody can actually hit anything. They're all out of breath. Everybody's like...
Just grab a hold of a blockhead and lean on it for a bit.
Unfortunately, Bracy, you're in the way as you see this Tusk Rider charging at you with a lance.
Oh, I've got a cunning plan, don't worry.
Right, Bourbon.
He's not feeling safe with like a loose Tusk Rider, okay? So he's gonna climb up 5 meters onto this thing.
Yeah, because he's got climbings. Yeah.
No, he's really good.
Yeah, Bourbon just shoots up on top of the first level of wall. Okay, stone imps are all down. Who's done damage to him this round? Right, in that case, we get to roll randomly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Not
6,
Bourbon.
7.
Please.
Bourbon's 7. Okay,
Oh,
and you're in order on my screen, so it goes Earl,
Okay.
Gracie, Ryan, Andy, David, Paddy, and then Bourbon. 1d7. Can't say further than that, lads. 5. Davy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, Davy, a stream of stones shoots out at you again. Hits in the right leg. You
I
can
should try and
attempt to...
dodge.
Right, roll your skill then. Come on. I want to see if you go down. Down like a clown. God damn it. Right.
Nope.
1 point to get through, but that will be absorbed by your armor. You're knocked back on your heels by the ferocity of it. Right, the blockheads. Charging at Andy. 1, 2, 3, 4. That one can reach you, Andy. The others can't, however. So one's getting into melee range. It swings at you with its mighty fists. It does 4 damage to the chest. Hurrah! Well, that's absorbed by your armor. So if you have...
Oh, aye.
Right, that is end of
Your javelin.
round.
I've got a javelin to chuck.
Yeah, we've got people to throw javelins. We've got a second shot from Earl.
I'll chuck the javelin at the unengaged Tusk Rider.
Wow, okay, he wasn't expecting that. That is not where I expected you to throw that. Left arm, he has shield, so it just bounces off his shield. Croden, your fire arrow.
I am prepared.
Where are you shooting it?
At the wall.
Hit for 12 damage. Right, a great shudder again rolls through the cavern, and bits of rock break loose and seem to start falling from the ceiling in a fine rain. It continues to shake like a jelly slapped by an enraged duck. I was looking for a metaphor, and that's the best I could come up with. Kane.
The eternal combat goes on.
Tuscray looks down and goes, "Well, I thought you humanities were supposed to be hard."
Yeah, well, my god's on a tea break, and you're being shit, so we're going to be here forever.
It's a new round, isn't it? Earth Elemental then.
It's what, sorry?
Coming in Earth Elemental again then.
All right, yes, sorry, I forgot to ask his enemy casting rune spells. Yeah, Paddy, go on, roll it. Roll your Earth rune. Feels good. You've tried to cast it 3 times now, and you've never successfully managed to get head up. Right, Kane, your turn.
Well, and hit him for 9 damage in the right arm, in which he's going to parry. And even if he doesn't parry, it's going to do not significant enough damage so that this combat goes on for another.
No, he fails. Right, so you chop him in the right arm, you do 9 damage.
Making progress.
That hurts. He's going to drop his sword, I believe. He does drop his sword. His arm is disabled. Well done, Kane. Finally.
Yeah.
Croden.
I'm going to shoot the blockhead on 9 hit points that's near Blondel.
Okay. 2 damage. It sticks in its rubbery skin, but it has not apparently caused any damage. Blondel.
Can I hit the wall from where I am, or do I have the?
No, there's a blockhead in the way. You'd need to move a square forward.
I hit the one that Croden tried to hit with my sword.
All right, so you're fighting the blockheads. Okay, go on. You hit. It causes a minor cut on the abdomen. Right, okay, well done. You do a minor cut to the abdomen. Rualin.
Right. Can I move while trying to get me Fireblade on again?
Yes, but you only move half, which for you is 2.5 meters.
Let's see if we can get the sword on. That's going to be the most important thing, I think. Oops.
Yeah, right. Okay, your Fireblade again bursts into flame. One-legged will bond.
I'll get me sling out because I don't think there's much point in anything else.
McLovin.
Right. Is this other Tusk Rider locked on me?
He's charging down towards you. You're not sure who his target is, but He is charging. And since everybody's sort of congregated in that group.
What skill would I use to try and fling an insult at him to get his attention?
I believe there's an intimidate.
Because what I'm going to try and do is get him to focus his attention on me, charge, so he charges us, then dump out the road. So from the angle he's going to hit that, he's going to go straight in the wall.
Make an intimidate?
Oh, failed with intimidate.
Right. Tuskers. Yeah, it goes for you, Bracy, with move 7. So he attempts to lance you in the face.
Is he going full tilt, is he?
He is doing full tilt. He's doing a charge.
So if I can manage to get out the road, he's hopefully going to hit the wall.
Right. 15 damage to the right leg.
I dodge.
I bet you do. Oh.
I dive to the left.
I will let you have a power times 3 roll as a luck roll.
Oh!
No, so close. Right. So he manages to pull himself up short. Andy?
Hang on. I'm actually going to use my luck rule.
Oh, nice. Love it.
A reroll.
And re-roll it.
Oh, go on. I'm rooting for you. The fates have not been kind to you. He manages to draw short. Andy, you're quite surprised as this ginormous Tusk Rider tries to skewer Bracy but misses and stands right next to you. The Bob, what's he doing?
He is going to sling at the wall.
Okay. Well, Borman has actually succeeded over the damage threshold. So,
Borman's the king!
The stone crashes into the white, gooey liquid. It convulses and then the whole chamber shakes. Then it convulses again as if the whole chamber was retching. You start to lose your feet. The chamber becomes circular while pulsating in and out, making a retching kind of noise. You lose your balance and you all sort of skid towards the centre. And Steve, hanging on the back of Kane, shouts something in Earth speech. Paddy, you just hear it as a long, complicated series of numbers and letters. It seems to be that he's doing algebra. And then the rock itself forms a circular sphere around you all. The next thing you find is, he says, hold on tight because this might be a bit rough. The sphere is expelled at great velocity. You hear crashing and crunching. You're thrown backwards and forwards against the inside of the stone sphere. And then it all goes silent after a few seconds. Then there's a sensation of falling, although you can't see anything because it's pitch black inside. And then there's a great crunch, a thunk, and the sphere rolls along the floor. Steve then drops the stone sphere that's around you, and it crumbles away, and he falls onto his back, onto the scrubby plane of outside. You look about, and several hundred meters behind you, there's a whole load of debris and broken buildings has been vomited up onto the plane that you find yourselves on. And then the ground shakes and you see like a great ripple underneath the scrub, turns, and it starts shooting off at a massive rate, as if it was a whale just under the surface of water, but it's like that under the surface of the earth. You all collapse, exhausted, lying on your back. You feel the sun upon your faces for the first time in days, and you're all sort of, you've got a beard growth apart from Andy. He's got a bit of a straggly feather going on. And you lie there underneath the Praxian sky as you realise that you've finally been expelled from the inside of the beast. You've arrived somewhere. You reckon it's Prax because it's scrubby plains, but you have no idea where. You're all hungry, broken, bruised. You're lying on your backs, and Steve rolls over and then starts beating the ground with his little cherub fists. I can't change shape. I can't change shape. The earth's not responding to us. I can feel it, but I can't touch it. He looks at you with an absolute look of horror, and he's like, I'm stuck as a cherub. I'm stuck as a cherub.
Well, if you don't want people to see you like this, you can always hide in my backpack and just pop your head out every so often if you want.
And
Stanley,
a horrified look on his face, Steve realizes that he's no longer the god inside the beast that he once was. He's now just a little stone cute cherub.
So sad.
Right, so you spend, I don't know, a few minutes pulling yourself together, taking stock. Dave's bow's not there because obviously that was over by the wall.
no javelins.
No javelins. Paddy's.
I'll put some healing points in
mast.
Paddy's leg.
Thank you.
And then you realise you're somewhere in Prax, but you have no idea where.
That can be hard.
Well, gentlemen, that is the end of the dungeon crawl. You get to roll your skill increases, and then we will find out next time where you go, what you do, and how things follow on from there.